This is a quick, unscripted response to Bigal 2K6's most recent update video, where he gives, kind of more a, I don't know, I want to say general opinion, but a sum up. That's the word the words I'm looking for. A sum up of his opinion on, Shawn, aka Venom Fang X, and his leavings of YouTube to get help. And I kind of both agree in some ways and disagree with Bigal. I know I've posted a few comment replies to him quite recently over the past couple of days, expressing my opinion. General disagreement, but I think I can see where he's coming from. And to be honest, I think I've kind of had these thoughts myself. First of all, I think the main reason I perhaps took DPR's word for it is because I trust DPR. This is as well as Thunderfoot and others. They are very mature people. DPR is a lawyer. He knows the law probably inside out, as well as DFCA, and he also has had more long communications with with Shawn's, rather, I think I should refer to him as his real name. Shawn's family, even before that Skype recording. That I'm sure he may know this, but just in case, this was not the first message, and recording that they, had together. They had been talking, back and forth a few times before. And so I think DPR's judgment, and perhaps since Shawn is now under the more watchful eye of his parents, while perhaps they were ignorant or not fully knowing of his actions before, and they may not have been able to prevent him from getting online when he was at the university he was at, hence his return, and why they kind of took him down to begin with. As many of you may remember, a while ago, Venom Fang X's parents actually closed down his site and forced him to leave YouTube before his most recent return, or because they didn't agree with his views, and they kind of saw how bad things were getting. And so, on the one hand, I think that perhaps a bit of trust in DPR, that this method, dealing with Shawn and not going through with lawsuits is perhaps the better way, considering that we have to realise that also Shawn is a human being as well. He may have said some very nasty and potentially evil things, and he has broken the law, literally, numerous times. But we also have to remember that he's still something like a 21-year-old in university, and has been basically mooching off his subscribers and his parents, who have now essentially not going to fund him anymore, and he got fired from his job because of his preaching. And so while you could easily say that he brought this upon himself, but reasonably, how much, sorry, let me get the words together here. I think perhaps that by doing this we bring more people to our side, really. Like Jesus Freak 777, he's kind of sided with us on this notion and understood that what Venom was doing, I keep saying Venom, what Shawn was doing was wrong, and that he does need help, and that he shouldn't have supported him previously, because he is mentally unwell and mentally unstable. And to touch on that, this has been established for quite a while now. One of DPR Jones's earliest videos, I believe it was made around early last year, something like January last year. He did like a series called "Why Do People Hate You, Venom Fang X?" and he detailed some very obvious signs about showing how he probably had narcissistic personality disorder, which would make him perhaps a lot a lot more insecure than a normal rational person. And so where I'm going by this is that perhaps allowing him to seek treatment instead of just suing his ass outright, because he is not a fully rational, and he doesn't perhaps fully understand the consequences of his actions, or he's acting out of fear, or something related to that. Perhaps just treating his illness may be a better way, and that in this circumstance towards him, it would benefit everyone better, and he's not going to be repeating everything, because this time he's not just saying go away, he's going go away and get help, and his parents will be watching him and make sure he gets help. But on the other hand, I can still see what Al is saying. This guy has, potentially filed, although I'm not sure if this is 100% true. I think DPR Jones may have dismissed this. Over 200, DMCA, false DMCAs on videos, very recently, as well as slandering DPR Jones, stealing from charity, and so many evil things. And we do need a deterrent. I do think we need to do something where we take someone who is, making false DMCAs to the full extent of the law. However, this may not always be the easiest thing. I think we can get the IP and the documents of the person who's filed the DMCA when filing a counterclose, but they also get our documents. And so I'm just wondering whether if people just make sock accounts to, send false DMCAs and people, would it be easy to prosecute them? And I think perhaps encouraging YouTube to tighten the standards, as Andromeda's Wake has attempted to do with the petition, and as many people are attempting to do, and really push YouTube to tighten up these standards so that people can't file false DMCAs in the first place. I think if we attack the source, then perhaps we can, prevent this altogether, and we don't have to sue people, we don't have to take them to the full extent of the law, and we don't have to put a deterrent here. I can understand that this isn't a very trustworthy guy. He has said numerous apologies, and the way he's worded it, it doesn't feel much better, and it does feel, it could be easily seen as how, we are letting him off too easily, considering how much he has lied and deceived before, and that he could really lie and deceive and return again. However, upon examining the bigger picture, this may not be the case. I think it would be a good idea if DPR did perhaps make a quick video addressing this, and perhaps further explaining his reasons for perhaps focusing more on Shawn getting help for his illness than just suing him. It would perhaps clear up and help people look at the bigger picture. And also we have to remember he has 6 years in which you can still sue him. He has got a long time to still sue him if he so chooses. He can still press charges at almost any point. And so if Shawn does come back and he does pull the same stunts again, all over again, we can easily just go and sue him outright. We can push the button, so to speak, and he's gone. He is in between a rock and a hard place here. He has got all his legal, action threats looming overhead, and DPR could just go ahead and sue him at any point for the next 6 years. So overall, I think we should perhaps trust DPR's judgment in this, but I think perhaps more clarification is needed on his part as to why he thinks that just ensuring that Venom gets help for his mental illness would be better than prosecuting him in the end. Sorry for this kind of loose ramble, but yeah, thanks for listening.